Okay, we're recording.
1 + 1 don't equal 3.
It's been a while.
It
Couple
has.
weeks.
I like how you straight up lied on Chris Gowell's Facebook.
No, we didn't record on Sunday because we were busy.
No.
Because we'll go through why we were busy. We were busy on Sunday with a couple of big things. That's why we didn't record.
We didn't record on Sunday because we weren't friends.
No, we are friends on Sunday. We
No, we weren't
We went
friends.
to Hamilton and we did the Pistons game.
Oh, that's
You're
true.
remembering incorrectly, so correct yourself before you
But
wreck yourself.
Did we record the week before?
No, you were busy then too.
Yeah, no, we weren't friends then.
No, we had something else. Something else going on.
I think you should admit we went through a period of not being friends.
I was fine the whole time.
Of course you were.
How are you doing?
Great. You were very concerned about this recording. I would never record on a Wednesday night.
Well, because we have a busy
for 2
week.
hours.
Well, we have Mother's Day weekend coming up, so there's.
But I feel like
no way
sometimes
we're
you're like,
recording.
the people are waiting. We need to do this, and then the people are 3 people.
The people are waiting. We
Gina
have
Delgado, Mary Laney, and
We have to
Chris
understand
Gowell.
it's the iceberg. Like for every 3 people that are vocal, there's probably 50
No, I know.
people
We
that
definitely
are.
have other listeners, and
We have
other
other
listeners
listeners.
who I know listen. I'm
So
not
why are you
trying to
disrespecting
insult
them,
you.
acting like they don't listen?
I'm just saying, like Aaron acts like people's worlds won't be okay unless we record.
People are concerned because they lean on us to keep
See, this is what I
track of current events and pop culture and family life.
Okay.
Great. So yeah, because last episode, I just gotten back from Mexico, and we talked about Jeff from Saved by the Bell who died.
Correct. He passed away. We got in a fight on the episode that many people were like, dang.
I wouldn't consider that a fight. That was just more of a
you are the cutest. I'm just letting you talk for
discussion.
now on. Yeah.
A fight if I was like going back, like yelling at you, and we're like yelling at each other.
Literally everybody was on my side, and then that fight continued for a whole week. But now we're friends.
Yeah, we moved on from it, which usually happens.
Yeah.
So let's go through.
Okay.
You went to a conference. Do you recall?
I did. I went to the Listen, Teach, Send conference at the Archdiocese of Detroit.
You go to conferences more than I do. For the people listening,
what was the conference I went to before that? I mean, what are you talking about?
You go to the AODs, the day long.
I literally have not been to
the Father Mike Schmidt's conference last year.
At that one.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you went to a conference. You do more than I do.
Anyway,
it's a fact. So go ahead.
I went to listen,
word.
A really funny thing happened.
Oh, okay.
As I was walking in to Listen, Teach, Send, I had a plan, as one does, to sit in either the back or middle row in one of the seats facing the stage next to people I know, friends from DC. I'm walking in. One of my girlfriends shoots me a text and says, there's assigned seating. And
that's gross.
Was furious. Here's the thing that happens in perimenopause. Like
there's no T in that.
It is like
there's no T in that word.
Once I get on a frustration, I actually see, like when I was younger, I would run into like mid-40s people and I'd be like, you make such a big deal about nothing. Like, who cares? I mean, I was rant level. So our friend Mike works downtown and I sent him a text message. He was checking people in and I was like, are you freaking for real that I need to sit next to strangers at this conference?
Does someone explain why is this
I'm going to tell you, as a grown adult.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, it wasn't my decision, but it's going to be good. Trust me. Then I text my friend John Breyer and I was like, can you believe that I am walking into a conference that they are making me sit?
And he decided it.
And and John was like, well, sometimes it's appropriate. And I'm like,
appropriate.
It's literally never appropriate to ask an adult who is paid for a conference to sit at a table assigned. So then I walk in and I see Erin McNally and she gave me a hug. She works downtown and she said, what are you here for? And I said, a conference. And then I said, would you believe I just found out that they're making me sit in assigned seating?
It was her idea.
Then I turned the corner.
You got to get us to whose idea it was.
Sean from downriver. And he said, hey, good to see you. I was like, are you for real I'm telling everybody, right? Then I run into this woman who works downtown and she says, no, Mary, it's actually really good. Everybody went to Indianapolis for the same conference and sitting with like-minded ministries is what you're supposed to do to make this successful. And I'm like, no, this is stupid. So then I walk in and I'm mad and I sat down at the table and we proceeded to have the next 2 days of the conference. And I will tell you, who would have thunk it? It was actually a really good thing to be at a table with people in the same world, theology teachers. We had exceptional conversations. I made really good connections. The table was fantastic. So I will tell you that I backtracked to almost every single person and apologized for my reaction and said it was fine, because it was fine. It actually was fine. It was okay.
If you do it I think if
So
you do
they
that,
were
or
hosting a conference from the
it's the assigned part.
So they were hosting a conference from the USCCB, and the USCCB, which is the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops or Congregation of Catholic Bishops, told them that it should be assigned. So the AOD was just listening to the USCCB. So anyway, the conference was great. The table was great. It worked out that I was assigned in a seat. I got to read. I lectured at Blessed Sacrament, which I had never, not Blessed Sacrament, Sacred Heart, which I had never done. And when I sat back down, Mike Chamberlain whispered to me, "Why did you just yell?" Because I was apparently yelling. I was projecting, but I was projecting really loud.
I feel like you don't realize that technology can carry your voice. You don't need to do it along with the technology.
So I have been taught as a lector that you yell, not yell, that you speak to the fourth row. That's where your volume needs to be. And let me tell you, it was too loud.
You were speaking to the outside parking lot.
To the microphone.
You were into the parking lot. They heard you.
So the conference was great. Yeah, that was great. What's up next?
Should we talk about the Big Bang? Do you remember the Big Bang discussion?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You had a student ask you about the Big Bang. Was that the student?
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I'm trying to get with you.
And the Catholic Church's approach to it. And like, no, it wasn't a student. It was like another adult who said they were trying to understand the Big Bang and like dig into that.
No, we were just having conversations about different approaches, different theological approaches to the creation of the world. And yes. In Catholic thought, you are allowed to believe a lot of things, including that God used evolution to create the world through the Big Bang. And in fact, it was a Catholic priest that developed that theory, the Big Bang theory. There are other like brands of Christianity that really don't like that idea. And so I had a good conversation about it. So yeah, it was good. It was insightful. It was insightful because I'll just say this. I don't typically talk to people that would have theological issues with the Big Bang, like almost never at this point in Catholicism. Most people are like, yeah, sure, fine.
Yes, it's sure.
I just don't mean anybody that's like, no, if you believe this, it takes away from the mystery of God.
Well, it's kind of like a we don't know. So right. Sure, it's possible.
Right. And God's the author of science. So we're not afraid of
correct
science proving things. Like
if science proves it, then sure.
It's
then but it's
right.
Yes.
What's next? You have a list, I can tell, because you keep putting your eyes down at your phone.
I always have lists.
I love it.
Michael Jackson movie. Our son's birthday, Michael Jackson.
Aaron turned 15, had a great birthday. We did great with presents. We went and saw Michael Jackson.
We went
before,
yes.
Yes. And I
will
went
to Michael Jackson before.
That was one of the better movies I've seen. I don't like going to movies anymore. And everybody loved it. Every single person I know in the universe has been like, this was such a good movie. And you, of course, have to play the line of nonchalant. It was okay.
No, that is not
so
true.
Dumb. It's so dumb.
No, I said it was I said it was good. I gave it a B minus. The challenge I have is that like through like I mentioned, like there's hold on. Sorry, because we're fighting about
B minus is the dumbest hot take in the world. Literally, no one likes you.
No. The challenge was what I said was I think that should have been a 3-hour movie. I think the challenge was there's so much material to cover because they kind of go from when he was like 5 up until like he was 30. So it was tons of material to cover, and I just think it was kind of like kind of fast track through his life. However, if you are new to Michael Jackson, you don't know a lot of information about him. You're like, sure. But I think that if it would have been in 3 hours, I think that they could have covered a lot more.
Because you are a Michael Jackson super fan.
I would not say super fan. You have never seen me wear like no. But the problem is like I mentioned before, like there was a series about the Jacksons that came out 30 years ago. And it was like a 5-part series that came out over a week. So there's tons of material they cover. So if you go from that to like a 2-hour bridge version, it's a lot of things. But I thought it was good. I thought the actor was good. I think a lot of the actors were good.
I cried. I feel really bad for him. And because I am who I am, I literally found myself thinking that I really hope he's in heaven. I think he had a very hard life. And I've said that to several people, and they're like, oh, yeah, what a hard life. He had a very hard life to be pushed the way he was pushed and not allowed to experience being a child by his father, and then to be a performer who really took excellence as something that was important. Like, that part was interesting to me, how much he wanted to be excellent at his craft. And then everything that happened in the aftermath, I just hope he's in heaven. I hope he's at peace, because what a rough life. I cried. I felt bad for him.
No.
I felt bad.
Well, and also, I think the trick, like, the movie didn't necessarily have, like, they positioned the father as, like, this villain.
This is crazy. I know. And this is the other thing for the people. My husband does not think that Joe Jackson is a villain.
The plot of the movie is like,
which is crazy,
is him getting away from.
Yes, he abused his children, honey.
His father.
But Aaron is like, that's worth it, because that's how they became who they became.
No, I'm not saying that.
He abused his children, honey. He is a villain.
No, those kids,
full stop.
But those kids all love their father, though. Like, when they were all adults.
Yeah, it's called Munchausen syndrome. No, that's not. What is it called? What is when you love Stockholm syndrome? You're like, yeah, he beat the crap out of him. He scared them to death.
No, we're just making up words.
And you're like, no, Stockholm. You're like, but they loved him. Yeah, people sometimes love their abusers. Like, it's part of the. Like, this is wild. You're a wild man.
Anyway, I think that if it was a 3-hour movie, they could have covered some more. I think it would have been good. Sorry, not good. I think that it would have been better, but I didn't think it was bad. I didn't say that's terrible.
A B- is not good.
Yes, it is. It's an 80%.
No, it's like the ultimate nonchalant.
It's an 80%. It's like, it's good, but I think there's areas for improvement.
Oh, I'm lowercase g.
But our kids liked it. It was for his birthday.
It was fun. It was a good movie.
He enjoyed it.
It was fun. So we did that.
They didn't get popcorn. They did something. Not,
yes, which we always, it's actually, you are very different about certain things. Like, you get, when we go to like see shows, we'll talk about Hamilton, you get good seats, you get floor seats. When we go out to dinner, like, we can get appetizers. When we go out to the show, you let everybody get pop and popcorn. Like, my childhood was not like that. Yeah, but they share in abundance.
We get a large and
they share in abundance. I mean, but yeah, they had really ticked us off before we went. In fact, if it wasn't for Aaron's birthday, we would not have gone. They're just entitled.
Yes,
about everything.
We weren't going to go. We had bought tickets.
Yes.
And you were like, we shouldn't go.
I asked them for 25 minutes of chores, and it ended up being
it was like a
3-hour experience of hell.
They were like fighting each other.
Fought me on every
they wouldn't
thing.
clean.
Yeah.
And we got to the point where, like, we had already bought tickets, so we have to go.
Joe Jackson did. I went downstairs and emptied every single one of the boys' drawers and told them to restock. Because the other thing is, we have boys. We've explained our clothing system. We don't fold clothes. We put everything in drawers. So there's drawers for everything. So a drawer for shirts, a drawer for pants. And the boys, because they don't want to put their laundry away, they'll go downstairs and just dump their laundry bucket in any random drawer, which,
or under the bed.
Doesn't matter to me until it's Monday morning at 6:00 and they say they can't find a pair of dress pants. And we know that they have a bucket with 30 pairs of dress pants. So I had reached my capacity, and I think it might have been the socks that motivated it. It was something where they're like, we don't have any socks.
Yeah, we don't have any socks.
And you had just bought like 45 pairs of socks. So I went downstairs and I dumped every single bucket in the middle of their bedroom. And I said, reorganize. And I walked upstairs. It was traumatic. That was a traumatic day.
And then one of our kids was like crying.
Wait, which kid? I can't remember. Oh, I know which
I'm
one.
not going to name him.
Yeah.
It was like, you've been mean to me. You've been mean to me all day since I woke up.
And then he slammed the door and said,
he jumped on the bed.
And you call yourself a Catholic.
I had left for something. I came back.
Yeah, he said, and you call yourself a Catholic. And then he called me a bully. It was a really great afternoon.
And then it was like, all right, let's go to the movie.
Yeah, so then, of course, we don't want to go to the movies, but now we've bought all these tickets.
We bought tickets already.
And it's for Aaron's birthday. But they did not get popcorn.
They did not get popcorn. And your older was like, wait, I don't get popcorn. It's my birthday. And we're like, nope.
Sorry. So yeah, we did that. That was fun. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was not a good day. We've had a couple hard weeks, I think. I'm exhausted by our family dynamic right now. I'm hoping there'll be a reset in sight. It's hard. One of our kids is like failing every single one of his classes. I mean, like bad grades. We don't care about grades. I thought you would care more. You don't care at all. I'm the only one that stays on top of grades, and we got a progress report.
No, I care.
And one of our kids had like only C's and D's, and I'm like, what is this? Like, this
no, I
is
care a certain extent. Like, they can't get all can't get all C's.
You don't care. You don't care. Even the current kid that's struggling, I had to take his phone. I have to follow through with it. You're busy. It's not that you just don't have time to follow up on it. And I truly don't care. So,
well, I think grades matter. I don't know. It's
what is important to me is that my kids turn in assignments, and they have to have above like B- is fine, but like once they start to get into C's, D's, and so.
Well, and I think I realize that our kids are not academic scholars.
See, I disagree with you. I think we haven't pushed them that way. So, but anyways.
But they're not just like, to me, some of that should be natural. Like, I think some of that is.
That's weird to say our kids aren't academic scholars.
No. I mean, like,
Aaron has 2 honors classes right now. He has 1 C and 1 B right now. The rest are all A's. Like, he's a smart kid, dude.
In what, theology and health class?
No, in English, and he struggles in science, and he's fixed math. Math is an A right now. He struggles in science and is a loser at Spanish because he doesn't want to do the work.
So that's not academic scholar.
I mean, I'm not saying
that's like perimental.
I'm just saying they're not
argument.
By the way, I said perimental on purpose.
I know, but I'm just going to keep bringing it up.
That's great. I love it. Let's go with it.
So yeah, MJ movie was good, but then they just didn't get popcorn. And then his actual birthday, we went to.
This is so boring.
Red Robin.
Yeah.
Which you love Red Robin.
Uh-huh. Yep. Next.
Yeah.
Next, we went to Red Robin. It was good. Delicious, even. Red Robin is not on the list. Red Robin always does us right.
It is borderline, but you guys like it. Yes. So it's like Buffalo Wild Wings. Right. It's borderline. Or like Cheesecake Factory. It is borderline.
Cheesecake Factory is on the list. Next.
Borderline, but not on the list. Yeah, so his birthday's over. So it's done. He got presents. He enjoyed them.
Keep it moving. What was
Nothing
next?
Much. Someone tried to kill the president. White House Correspondents' Dinner.
No, the president set that up so that he could be the hero. I don't know if you read the right article.
Oh, you're a conspircy theorist.
No, I'm really not. I don't
you're
care.
Parliamentati.
I don't care about anything anymore.
He set up someone to come in and like. Did you see what happened? Like he just ran past the security, like the Secret Service.
It seemed a little too convenient.
Just kind of ran past and they're like, "Hey, where are you going?"
Yeah.
And he got shot at again. Can I say how many assassination attempts is that? Like 3?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
I think more, because there was the Mar-a-Lago one too.
Yeah, then the campaign, Pennsylvania campaign one.
It's just like in every other week. But then it's the right that are the party of extremism.
So I would say our president is dodging these assassinations.
But he's also
left and right,
literally the worst. So there's that.
Well, the last recordings we talked about him being a doctor. A doctor with the robes.
Yeah, doctor with the robes. He just doubled down again and went just today, went at Pope Leo. Just today.
Did
he said Pope Leo obviously loves nuclear wars for his people, like nuclear weapons. And then Pope Leo was awesome. And like, so he said something like that. Like he obviously wants Catholics to love nuclear weaponry. What? And because he's been critical of the war in Iran. Iran. I can't say You're not supposed to say Iran. But then the Holy Father was asked about it, and he's like, I guess I'm just not afraid to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Like, end of story.
I like that response. So, you can't go wrong with that response because it's true.
He ordained some crazy people this week. Did you see that? Or bishops? Oh, you didn't? You want some tea?
I'm not that deep into
Catholic. You
want
some tea? He named a bishop who was an illegal immigrant, who now is a bishop.
What do you mean illegal immigrant?
He has when he came to the United States,
he's a United States bishop.
These are all United States bishops.
Oh, I thought you meant like, okay.
No, he snuck across the border and at 20 years old and is an advocate for immigrants that are here illegally, saying that many immigrants that are here illegally are not bad people. Like he wasn't a bad person.
But did he get his citizenship?
He has now. Okay. It's just also complicated and layered, but that was one that he ordained. Another one that is I can't believe you don't know this.
I don't follow any Catholic
told
news.
One of my students whose sister goes there, HBCU.
Oh, yeah.
Howard's campus minister was just named a bishop. He is a young black priest.
I saw that. I did hear about that.
He's turned around campus ministry. Apparently, he's a liberal, a flaming liberal, according to the right. I don't know anything about him. I don't think he's a liberal at all. In fact, I don't know anything about him. But the religious right didn't like it at all. But I'm excited for Howard. I think because there is this impression that like there is no such thing as Black Catholicism. So the fact that he was at Howard University doing really good ministry to kind of let Black men and women know that like this is your church too. Like we want. This is because if we believe, scandalous, if we believe it's the one true church, like, let's get in on it. Like, so he's done really good work there.
Can I ask you a question?
Are you going to say something offensive?
No. How do you hear about, like, for the people who are not in, how do you hear about these ordinations? Like, does that show up on your Google feed?
Yeah,
Is it Facebook?
of course. Yeah, at Facebook and Instagram. I mean, I'm on all those
like
algorithms.
How? Okay, because I'm
on all church algorithms. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy church.
I'm not in that algorithm.
Yeah.
So I don't get these news stories.
So that's exciting.
We have more bishops.
We do.
Yeah.
Next.
Spirit Airlines.
At Spirit Airlines.
Catch the Spirit.
You know what? Your cousin said something I thought was really
Which one? I have like about 60 cousins.
LaTanya.
Yes.
Said, like, you should be really careful about the Spirit jokes because, like, 13,000 people just lost their jobs. So, like, it's funny because if anybody's flown Spirit, but, like, a lot of people lost their jobs. And the problem for us... it's a couple like people lost their jobs and flying is going to get way more expensive for all of us because if the budget airline is gone, we done.
So for the people who don't know, like we've we call our kids spoils because like since 2015 we have taken like these Disney trips for the past 11 years. A lot with them.
They fly at least once or twice a year.
That in particular though, like Spirit, if it weren't for Spirit, we would not have taken a lot of those trips just because there's so many of us, and we were able to catch. I joke people like, back when Spirit used to send out those emails like $59, $79.
I think there was once for like $200. Yeah.
So that was the reason why we were able to, because we were able to do so many like cheap Spirit flights. So that propped up our family's travel experience for a long time until we recently switched to, because eventually Spirit got so expensive where it was kind of a wash between
you were
that
just
and Delta.
saving. You weren't saving.
You weren't really saving money.
You couldn't bring suitcases, and it was like,
because they started nickel and diming.
Sucks. I mean, Spirit seats are small. There's no tables. I mean, Spirit is as terrible as people say it is.
Well, if you remember last year when I went to Minnesota, I was stuck in the airport for like 8 hours.
Did you fly Spirit then?
Yeah,
and that was the last. When I think you said we're done.
That was my last time. I was in the airport for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Because of Spirit.
Yeah, it was a terrible airline.
So,
it
was.
But it's also a budget airline, so you're paying nothing.
But they stopped being. But then they stopped being a budget airline. Like the once you add on like the carry on and to choose your seat, it was slightly cheaper than Delta, and it's like this is not a budget airline anymore.
Right.
Because they realized that business model just didn't work, and it's just. I think they said Spirit was a number 2 airline out of Detroit Metro.
Yeah.
So those people got to go somewhere.
Well, they're talking. That's the other piece they said is the people at the airport that are going to be fired too. Like the terminals closed. Like it's a problem.
So I'm
very thankful that Spirit. And the other thing is, I mean, they were budget, but they got us where we needed to go. So
I was fine. I never had a problem with Spirit.
No, you like flying Delta.
They got us what?
You like flying Delta. You're such a liar.
No, I'm saying from a pricing perspective, like if Spirit was around, I can get half the price for Spirit. I would fly Spirit every time. Considering the cost of it. Like to me, you're going from point A to point B. The difference is Delta is you get like the screen. Sometimes you don't get that. And then you get like a drink.
The seats are bigger. On the flight. Get a tray. I mean,
but we fly near each other. The seats don't matter because we all fly like in a row. Yeah. So for us, like it kind of doesn't matter. But definitely,
so Spirit is closed.
A lot of people are upset.
A lot of people
because they think that flying should be cheap. So like. We should be able to fly for cheap, and now what are we going to do now?
Well, flights are going to be really expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive. Yeah.
What else?
Hamilton.
This was a great weekend. So this weekend, I forget what we did on Saturday. I wasn't feeling well on Friday and Saturday, but on Sunday we got up early and we went to breakfast. I chose a place. This is good for our listeners to know, based on feedback from Facebook, called Orchid Brunch.
Oh, it was Orchid Cafe.
What?
Was it Orchid Cafe?
Something in Livonia.
You're not really good at publicizing it.
And no, I think it was brunch, Orchid Brunch. But anyways.
Let's look it up. Go ahead.
I had found it. I had researched it. Everybody's like, this is the place to go. And I had said, we're going here. And we pulled up, and it is in a strip mall next to a laundromat. So literally,
it is called Orchid Brunch. Yes, you're correct. Half the car
was like, "We're not getting out here. Let's go to First Watch."
Because had that been me that I picked that,
were like, "We're not."
You would have lit me up if that would have been somewhere. You were like, "This is ghetto."
It's what do you call it? Curb appeal is
it's
zero.
It was next to a laundromat,
and then a closed,
a closed spa or something like that. Yeah, it was
bad. However, it was delicious. And I was like sad I couldn't order multiple things because the menu looked so good. So if you are looking for a brunch spot, this is the spot.
Orchid Brunch. It's on 7 Mile.
100% in Livonia. It is the spot. It was so good. Everything was so good. Everybody loved it. And so we went to brunch, then we went home for like a quick break, and then we went to mass at the cathedral downtown, which was nice.
Yes.
And then we went to go see Hamilton. We got to bring our kids to Hamilton. And I will say, I love that we do that with our kids. I think it's very special that we bring our kids to shows. This was the 5th show we've been to with kids, combinations. And I just really love that we do it. And funny enough, though, John Paul did say that he preferred Come From Away over Hamilton. Here's my theory. Nothing about the Hamilton stage show was surprising to them. They have watched it a million times on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's been out for 6 years.
If they had just heard the soundtrack and then watched the show, their minds would have been blown. But they know it all. Do you know what I mean? But it was great. It's great.
Well, Come From Away was faster though. I don't think they even had intermission.
No, they didn't. Come From Away doesn't.
It was like one continuous.
Yeah, Come From Away is really good though.
It's quick and fast, and they were just like done.
It's really good.
It was a good show.
Hamilton was great though. It was great. I love it. I'm not somebody that needs to see the same show over and over again.
We've seen it twice because we saw it. We saw it back in 2019 when like it was like a lottery.
We were in a lottery. We
got lucky because someone else got tickets.
Our tickets were like $500 each.
Someone else got tickets for us because it was mass. Like that was in this heyday, like 2019 when it first came around. So we saw it already in 2019.
Yeah, I don't need to see it again.
Correct.
But I did as I watched it. I was like, man, Lin-Manuel is a freaking genius.
We have to remember that 10 years ago, this didn't exist. Like someone created that.
I mean,
you see all that.
Is a freaking genius.
Someone wrote all the lyrics. They wrote all the music, the dancing. Like this was created by someone,
an actual prodigy. So that was fun.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Into this week, we're winding down on the school year. I told you, I think I only have in one of my classes, I only have 4 more teaching days because we're doing a project. It's exciting. For you. I will gently say
winding down for you.
I'm going to gently say something.
Winding down for you.
So gently.
Oh, you're going to say...
No, I'm going to say it so gently. I'm going to say it so gently.
So when we do a recap of your year in review of being your first year teacher,
I will just...
And how your experience has been.
Continue to reiterate that this has been... And this is first year. So I work a lot. You would have to admit that. The weekends, I'm working on lesson planning. I work a lot. This is... I don't even know if I can say
it. You can't put us in the vault.
I will say that compared to the other work I've done in my life, this is the easiest job I've ever done in my life. And so people have said to me in the building, many, oh, how you doing? End of the year, how you doing? And I'm I'm missing something because for the end of the year, we're doing this unit and our kids are learning about just war. So then one of the things they have to do is they have to choose a war and they have to square it against just war theory and then present it to the class and tell us whether or not this war is just. So this is 4 days. There are 2 days of planning it, 2 days of presenting. I'm missing. I just feel like I'm missing. Now I teach a different subject.
Is it like when you go to someone that recommends an artist or a restaurant or a movie and you go see it or do it and you're like, I'm missing,
I will just say that something. I teach a different subject than a lot of people. I think that is important. Theology is an academic pursuit, but if let's say I can't get to something I can kind of switch up my content pretty easily. It is a different.
Because theology is easier than math or science.
I think it's in some ways maybe easier to teach. Yeah, maybe. Yes. Also, I'm not an elementary school teacher. Never. Couldn't pay me.
No, I quit.
But I am missing something in terms of the laborious.
Well, do you think so? I am not a teacher. I'm guessing there's the preparation, there's classroom management, and there's the actual instruction or assessment. So do you think there's certain parts that people believe that is the hard part that you're because also you have experience working with youth.
So this is the thing. I didn't start teaching at 20 years old. Do you know what I mean?
And you had experience working with youth and teens. So it's not like you just showed up. So I think some people struggle with connecting with teenagers, trying to teach them, but you already have experience with that.
Yeah, so I might be uniquely skilled.
Perhaps that's
I might be having a unique skill set. Yeah, for instance, lesson planning.
You were a campus minister.
Yeah,
for
lesson planning takes me about. I wrote an entire semester course today in about 4 hours. Curriculum for it. I'm excited. That stuff comes so easily to me. So maybe that.
Well, and you have a degree in theology, though.
Yeah, maybe.
So I feel the stars align. So maybe if you would have been a a calculus teacher.
Yeah, all the stars are aligning for me for
if
sure.
If you would have been a calculus teacher,
and let's be honest, I was given the curriculum, at least for one of the classes, where I don't have to like plan a curriculum, but I think most teachers are given like a curriculum to roll with. All I will say is that compared to where I was at this time last year, running retreats, being involved with leadership, like all kinds of things,
complaining.
Like I am like, my life is so good right now. And I'm preparing to get the whole summer off, which you will admit, since I started in the workforce, I've had to be tied to that place quite intensely in campus ministry. Do you know what I mean? More intensely than I wanted to. Yeah, more
maybe more than you want to.
You don't ever, you never admit what I do, but like I feel like I have not been able to actually take a summer off. This summer, I'm off.
That sounds nice.
Well, apparently,
that sounds great.
From a lot of my teaching friends, it doesn't seem like it's nice to them. They always qualify and be like, "Yeah, but I'm working all summer long, lesson planning." I'm like, I'm about to get the summer off. So I'm just saying, teaching suits me well, unless I'm missing something. Maybe I'm like a bad teacher. You know what I mean? But like my kids are also killing their scores, and like, so I don't know. It's good. Today I took them outside swinging. Maybe that's a problem.
You what?
The internet went down, so we couldn't do anything.
Oh.
So they asked if we could go for a walk, so we went outside and prayed, and then I let them play in the park. I mean, what are you going to do when the internet doesn't work? And it's a work day for them to write papers. Like, I can't. So maybe that's why I like teaching, because I let my kids play at the park.
And you yelled at them for using Chat GPTs.
Yeah. So anyway, that was that. Okay. Yes. What else were we going to say? There was this week a band concert.
Yes. It was funny. I thought I was so sold. I was like, oh, it's our last band concert because Mia's not going to do it. And then Joey's done. And I was like, son of a nutcracker. We have one more kid.
We can't put this in the vault. So I am not going to criticize the things that maybe I would find criticizable. But I will say one thing. Our music director has done such a good job turning the dumb recorder concert into something that is like fun and adorable, and the kids were great. She had them like playing this song where they put down the recorders at one point. They all rapped together and then they played the recorders. I mean, it was fun. The recorder part was fun.
Yeah.
And good for her, because that's kind of lame. Like the recorder part is like, okay, how many times can we watch a kid play hot cross buns? But she has made it so cool. I'm going to email her and be like, you guys should see what our director, our little elementary school director does with the 4th grade recorders. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's amazing. I will say, without having to put it in the vault, I don't ever think an elementary school or grade school event should start at 7:00 at night if it's going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours. That event needs to start at 6:00.
Are there things in the calendar where there are things going on?
I have no idea.
At the high school? Because I know a lot of the schedule depends upon like spaces. Because I know that they have to use a high school.
Maybe.
So I don't know if like
a 7:00 start is entirely too late. And there's other things. The challenge is that May is a really busy time. And so there is a challenge with having to be at an hour and a half hour. What time did you get out of there yesterday?
8:45.
Was it 8:45? So an hour and 45-minute concert that starts at 7:00 with 4th graders. It was hard. That's hard. That's all I'll say about that. But the recorder part was amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of groups. And the next year will be, because Joey will be out, and it'll just be
I got a hot
recorder.
take, and this I'm gonna say
what?
Next year we'll be telling Julie after she's done, when they bring the other band up, we're leaving. Like it is. I think it's too much to ask the 4th grade parents to sit for another hour and 15 minutes watching other people's kids play in the band. Like that's something that only parents like or grandparents like. Like, do you know what I mean? So like next year, and a couple of my coworkers and I talked about that today. Like, I'm just going to tell Julia, when you're done, even if you're told you can't leave, when the band comes up, you're going to leave after your recorder part. You know, do you think that's weird? I wonder if people would think that's weird if you should stay for the whole concert when it's not your kids. I don't need to watch 5th graders ever play the clarinet. Like that's actually never something I feel like I need to do. Do you think that's weird?
Well, I think
you have a weird face.
No, I get you. I think the tricky part is like, then you have this front, like it becomes obvious if like if all the kids leave, then it's like you have this big empty
somebody
front
else
2
suggested
rows.
They said at their school they would do like the 4th graders and then 5th and 6th grade band and then have a 10-minute intermission where it was very natural for people to leave. Like I just think it's almost too much of an ask, and it's in May. I just saw the funniest thing. It was like welcome to May, where you have to do like you have 9 million events in like 6 days to do them, and like it's just hard. So it's fine.
But I would agree. Yes, I think figuring out a structure where because people are there to see
Their kid,
their kids, right? So it's like, how do you make it so that you have a group that can see their kid and they can leave, and you have another group that can come in and see their kid and leave, because it is an elementary school band. Right. So
or like a 2-song, no speaking in between. Like there's like commit to keeping an hour. There's a couple things you could do. But anyways, the recorder part was amazing. I was just going to say something about May. Oh, somebody stopped me in the hall. A couple of people actually this week that know that we do no spring sports. And all these people are like, you have chosen the right path. Like people are nuts right now. I am so glad, honey, because that was you that insisted on it. Every time I was like, but it's not fair because Joey wants to run track and we're taking, and I've had even parents say like, wait, your kids want to do track and you don't let them. And it's like, yeah.
I mean, I remember talking to someone like a month ago about that and they seemed surprised. I was like, yeah, we just don't do that. It's like, wait, it's like the concept never occurred to them. Like, wait a second, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been
that's
really
a great
good.
idea.
It's really, I'm thankful for it every year. This year, I'm really thankful for it too. This is good. It's good what you've done. Again, when
our kids do so. The oldest two, they do
lifts. Well, I mean, they're busy still.
Yeah, there's lifts that goes on. So oldest, he does lifts after school, but it's after school, so it's kind of a pick them up at 4 and then you're done for the day. But I've seen no negative. Like they use the basketball. They use the basketball rim outside
our
a
kids
lot.
Play outside a lot. They do.
Outside.
Like today's not a great example. It's a little chilly, so our kids have been in front of screens all day. But yeah, they play. In fact, I noticed. I don't know if this is a weird thing to say. I was looking at little Aaron this morning. I think I said to you, he's getting like real muscles, like grown up muscles from lifts and from I think basketball all the time. I'm like, holy moly, he's going to be like a little cute.
He has asked about it. He's like, I wish I can do AAU.
Yeah, he really wants to do AAU.
And it's like, no.
Well, I think, honey, he knows, and this is what you don't have sympathy for, and I am fine with. It is going to be very hard for him to get playtime his junior and senior year in basketball without AAU. It is.
See, no. I think to me, it's skill development, right? To me, it's because there's a time in which these things didn't happen, but to me, it's skill development. Like work on like shooting, right? So because the thing about AAU is really just like it's practice and it's games.
Can I say one differentiation?
If you can let me finish, in terms of, I think there's still basic skills that he can work on. So it's like, how about you work on those skills,
right? And
like work on shooting. Like, how about you just improve shooting?
Yeah.
Because AAU is not going to make you a better shooter. It's going to be getting the reps in and getting reps in at home and practice. But a lot of those things are like, it's like practice and it's like a lot of games. So
we won't do it, but I do think that there is something that makes you better when you're playing with people that are better. It's the people that are better than you. When you are playing in a game with people that are better than you, you get better. And he does not have that experience without AAU. And that has shifted, like because of our weird sports culture, like he doesn't have that. So other kids that play kids that are better than them all the time have a leg up. Now, I keep telling him when he goes to the rec center, I don't know if you notice, I do this every time he comes home because we drop him off and he'll play for like an hour and a half. And I'll be like, "Do you play today?" "Yeah, I played today." And I always ask, "Did you play with people that are better than you or people that are at the same level as you?" So I do think the rec center does provide some competition where you learn in game because it's pick up basketball. You know what I mean?
Sure. And I think, to me, that's the better. To me, it's a skill development, work on things. And yes, you can go to the rec center here and there to try it out. But to me, it's a work on shooting, work on dribbling, like work on all the fundamentals and kind of get that locked down. Like pull up YouTube and look at different like defense drills or shooting drills or dribble, like do that stuff. But
when I say to you, the Pistons are going all the way.
All the way to what?
The championship.
They're going to the champion. They're going to win it, or they're just going to go.
They're
to the
going
finals?
all the way. What do you say to that?
No.
Unstoppable. Watch. Wait.
I wouldn't say unstoppable.
Wait for it. Okay, let's talk about the sad news.
They got a couple lucky breaks.
Let's talk about the sad news. It has been an era of death for you, especially. You have just had so many people pass away. So many.
Yeah, I had an uncle pass away last week, so I'm actually be going to Miami soon for a funeral.
I like that you said soon versus telling them when, because I don't like when you tell people when you're not here.
which is legit like the 5th or 6th funeral this year for me.
I want to say something about your Uncle Leon that died though, because this last summer we were on a cruise and we had a day left when we got off the boat, and you were really insistent that we go see your Aunt Helen. And I'm like honest, I think I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to drive an hour out of the way to sit at, and really they're strangers to me. I met them once. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, we just don't need to like, and they seemed a little nervous about it, not nervous about it, but they're of the generation where like, if you're going to come over, I'm going to have my house look really nice. And I want to know the exact time. And it just felt like stressful to me after we had spent a week on vacation. And I didn't want to do that before getting on the flight. So I was kind of curmudgery about it. And when is that the right word?
I don't think
not a word.
No,
what is the word?
Perimental.
What's the word? Okay. But we got to your Aunt Helen's house, who, by the way, we had been at a family reunion with them too. So I know her. I love her. Like, she's great. But I did not know him. He didn't come to the family reunion. Definitely not the one up here. Might have been in
No, I think he went to North Carolina, because they drove. He doesn't fly. So I think not the Detroit, but the North Carolina.
So we went to their house, and I was like, it's going to be awkward, right? He was the warmest man. Like, for real. I said that I was like for our boys, he just sat there and talked to them, but like talk to them like, so I'm gonna say like I talk to kids. Like, he wanted to actually like know about their lives. He's like, tell me what position you play. And like maybe for like an hour and a half, his attention was on the boys and just making them feel so good. And your aunt, of course, was so hospitable. She was a home ec teacher, which, I mean, she is like a caricature of a home ec teacher. She looks like a home ec teacher. Her house is like, like she was offering the kids little candies. I mean, just like exactly what you picture. So, but he was sick when we were there. Was he already on hospice when we were there?
Yeah, he was already
on palliative care, like not palliative, maybe.
Yeah, he had stopped. Like there was, he had stopped taking treatments, and it was kind of keep him, being comfortable. So I thought we had mentioned that, like, that was. He had some up and down days, but that was like a good day.
Yeah, and like it was so good. If we could afford it, if Spirit didn't close, like I would have our kids go to this funeral too. He was he was like a very, in the little time I spent with him, just really special. And the kids really liked him, So I want to have the kids make your Aunt Helen some cards. So sad. So you'll go to that funeral then.
Yep, back on the plane I go.
Back on the plane you go, and then
third time in a month.
And the expectation.
And then it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
So we have some plans.
Are we going roller skating again?
We're going to roller skating, and we're going to Cheesecake Factory.
Amazing.
We're doing all your favorite things.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to spending the day with the family.
We're going to R&B concert.
Yes.
So I have some plans. It got kind of thrown off just with travels. So
did you get me presents?
What?
Did you get me presents?
We'll see.
Or are the plans the presents?
We'll see. My presence is a present.
Your presence is a present.
So yeah, we have some plans Saturday and Sunday.
Good. And that will be Mother's Day.
And that will be Mother's Day.
And that, I mean, we are winding in, like we are winding down to get ready for summer. It's going to be good.
Because then we got Cedar Point next week.
And then we're going to Kentucky for my nephew's graduation.
And then junior high is done.
And then we have like one more week of school.
And I just keep working, though. That doesn't stop for me.
So we have different lives.
I keep
because
working.
What's going to happen then is the pool opens.
Yes, the pool opens for you.
And I pour myself little cut waters in my drink, and I walk to the pool and I read books.
Yes, and I watch out the window while you guys walk over there.
This is what I'm saying, though. Like, in what world do you just get the summer off, honey? And I know there's other people that like make their summers busy, right? So like they have like summer sports, and we like don't, right? Like our kids will go to conditioning or whatever. Like for
they have
football.
some camps. They have basketball.
We have
camp.
to do driver's ed. There's some camps.
There's a basketball camp. There's a football camp.
I mean, literally, my plan is to I'm going to go to Borders again and buy 3 more books, and I'm going to read. I'm so excited for summer. Like I saw my shorts in the closet and I got so excited. We're so close. Anything controversial you want to talk about? We did get in a significant fight about social media. We should just really wrap that up for the people. The people were concerned. So on Aaron's birthday, many people responded that Aaron was being unreasonable. You have to say that. I can list them. That you were being unreasonable about the social media thing.
I wouldn't say some people may have talked to you about it, so I wasn't.
Okay,
we didn't get like a bunch of listener emails in our mailbox.
It was this. I'm going to tell the people what you did. It was this lingering anger, and then on his actual birthday, when I was going to give him Instagram, I couldn't because you were like, no. And then the lingering anger turned into everything we said on the podcast that we don't need to get into. However, so then I wasn't talking to him on Aaron's birthday. This was on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. like barely talking to you. The next day, barely talking to you. The next day, still not talking to you. Like, because I'm like, there's no resolution here. You have literally poo-pooed the last 25 years of my life. And then it's like you get into the zone and he's laughing. See how he laughs?
How heavy-handed that is?
Nope.
Okay, never mind. I won't go back
now
there.
this is heavy-handed. You get into the zone, and people that are in like long-term marriages or whatever will know this, where you start to think then. So I'm thinking about everything that I have just trusted you with and been like, okay, like big serious things too. So then it was like I was rage level. So you had gone to bed. I think this was Thursday night, and
it was Friday.
Aaron's phone is connected to my phone, his email, because as stated, I check his emails. I do all of the monitoring of that. And I see an email that you had sent him. And I should say, you had came into this room on Thursday and said,
Wednesday.
I've decided what I need from Aaron to be able to get social media. Would you like to be a part of the conversation?
That was Wednesday on his birthday.
Would you, he says to me, ladies and gentlemen, I have decided what we're doing with social media.
Nope.
Would you like to be a part?
That is not what happened.
Would you like to be a part of the conversation I have with
Can we tell the truth?
Absolutely
that
not.
we have on recording.
That is what happened.
Can I tell you what happened? Let's pause.
No.
Pause.
I want to continue.
But let me tell the actual truth, though.
So then I looked at him and I was like, do I want to be a part of this? I mean, the amount of swear words I said to my husband at that point, get out of my face. Do I want to be a part of this conversation you're going to have with our son? So then now we're not speaking. He has said that to me. Flash forward to Thursday night. I open my son's email and there's an email from Aaron, which I understand the first line. I want to make this very clear. So the first line in the email says, please don't talk to your mother about this. She has decided she doesn't want to be a part of this conversation. I'm reading this at like 11 o'clock.
Which is true, right? You meant
then
that that's true?
That I just people.
You meant that that's true.
The people I just told you how the conversation went.
That's not.
Aaron invited me.
Go ahead. I'm going to tell you what actually happened when you're done.
You can interrupt.
So if you recall from the podcast from last time, episode 84, both the vault version and the real version, you challenged me and said that you, as in me, need to come with criteria that would make me feel comfortable with social media.
And I was still upset that I had to do that. But yeah, you're like, I have all these things I need to see happen. So I was like, show me the things. And by the way, you had nothing prepared, but there were all kinds of quote unquote things that you needed to see.
So you disagreed to that. You agreed that the decision
on the podcast. Yeah. And I was mad about it, but I'm like, okay, tell me what things you need.
Right. So you said
you had nothing prepared.
Right. So then on Wednesday, I said, hey, I have some things ready. As we discussed, right. I have things ready. I would like to review them with you. And you said, I don't care. Talk to him about it. I want nothing.
You didn't say I'd like to review them with you. You said that I'm going to talk to Aaron about it. Would you like to be a part of that conversation? That's what you said.
No, that's not.
It is.
I said I have them ready. No. I said I want to talk to you about it. I said, hey, I have some things ready. I want to talk to you about it. You said I don't care. Talk to him about it, which means that you didn't want any part of the conversation. You wanted me to talk to him directly. Is that fair?
Anyway, I had already told you my perception of this, which was that you had said that you needed certain things met, which you had not even thought through, and you wouldn't trust me, is how I read that, right? So yeah, no, I didn't want to be a part of that.
But that's how you read it. That's fine. But okay.
Then the rest of the email goes on to say, and it's actually a good idea, and we'll get to the resolution, but it said, there's this book, The Anxious Generation. I'd like you to read it. And then there was something else that you asked him to do, and then some behavioral things. But just for context, the anxious generation is something that people in my field have been talking about for years. I haven't read it. I've done Cliff Notes. I've done articles on it. Like I know what its concept is, right? So in my head, of course, like Aaron's like going to Google and seeing like, should my kid read? Like you're not familiar with the anxious generation up until recently. That's fair, right?
What do you mean
book.
Recently?
Like in the last 6 months, you had never.
No, that's not what happened. You accused me of like listening to some podcasts and finding on some
No, that was later in the. But what I'm saying is, you found this book. Like this isn't something that you like came naturally to you because you've read it and it was good and you were familiar with it and you understand how the anxious generation speaks to adolescent culture. Which, by the way, all things that I've known, right? So basically, you pull a book and you're like, read this. But when I read that email, I woke you up. You were asleep. And I used very bad language.
Which you admit was irrational?
Oh, I'm not. I should never use bad language with you. I'm not saying it's irrational. I should never use bad language.
That makes it irrational.
So I grabbed my stuff. I slept in the girls'
using
room.
Using bad language makes it irrational, right?
I grabbed my stuff. I slept in the girls' room. We didn't talk for another day and a half. And then on Sunday, like there was kind of resolution just because I don't want to fight. Like I don't want to fight. And I'm like, what's done is done. And to a degree, because I still can't get a read if you think what you did was wrong. You ended up apologizing. You ended up saying that you should have trusted me. I don't know if you did that to just move past this. And let's not even go there. You ended up apologizing. You ended up saying I should have trusted you on this, is what you said to me. Whether or not you said that just to move past a fight. Ultimately, if you had said to me, which you didn't, like 3 weeks ago, yeah, let's get him social media. There's this book I heard about the anxious generation. Why don't we try to present it like this?
I tried to do that on Wednesday and you said,
okay, I'm talking about like 3 or 4 weeks ago before we got in a fight, before you're like, I need to figure out now hoops to jump through because I've said I need hoops. I'm talking about like, it was actually a good idea. Do you know what I mean? But that wasn't how it was approached. Again, if you had said to me 3 weeks ago, like, yeah, I trust you, let's do it. Here's a suggestion. How about have him read this book? That is not how you approach this. Because you hadn't even heard about the book 3 weeks ago.
It wasn't about, see, you're focusing on the book. It has nothing to do with the book.
Yeah, you needed to
it wasn't about the book. And I didn't articulate this, but I had concerns and I had to figure out the concerns. So I figured out it and I came up with something.
What I'm going to take, because we're not going to go back, is that you apologized for not trusting me. I appreciate your apology.
I could explain things.
That's not what you apologized for.
Okay.
You apologize for not trusting.
I'm saying both. I'm saying both, and I'm saying both. But sure, yes.
Regardless, I think that it was a good idea, and so, like, I think, and again, different things moving differently and you can tell that. At least I can tell in this conversation that you actually still don't think you did anything wrong, which is a bummer to me because I actually thought that you did.
I should have explained things better, and I should have trusted you and kind of explained. And yes.
Okay. But and it's a bummer, but I'll move past it. But what I will say is that I do like the idea of him reading this book. I think it's a good book for him to read. It's a little above his level. Like it is definitely a grown-up book. It's long, meaning his level. It's not written for teenagers. It's not like read as a teenager about your experience. But at the same time, I'll roll with it if you want to roll with it. So he's going to read that book. And when he reads that book, the resolution is that he can get Instagram.
Well, and also like write to like show
that he's actually read it.
Comprehension.
Yeah. And I like the idea of like summarizing chapters a little bit better than like, because like, as we know, ChatGPT can do a whole whatever. So, and I mean, to be honest, he looked at the book and he's like, I'm not reading this thing. It's a long book. It's an adult book.
Which is a good challenge for him. It's like, hey, I
have mixed emotions, but I like the idea of him reading it. I think it's going to be good. So I think it would be far better to get him a book that's developmentally appropriate and have him read it at his level, but you wanted him to read this one. So that's where I'll acquiesce. So when he reads that, then he can get social media. So alas.
Well, also, I mean, content-wise, he's watching The Office. He's on YouTube. Like development, like he is looking at adult level of content. Like I'm saying, like
I'm talking about reading level. I mean, it's a more academic book. And he's an honors English. He can hang. I'm not saying he can't, but it's not. It's like if you.
But that was what I was trying to. But that's what I was trying to talk to you about previously. I would say, okay, this is my idea. If there's a different book you want to look at, sure. I'm not tied to the book. It was more about There's one thing for us to
we shouldn't go there because I appreciated that you apologized for not trusting me.
I'm not talking about that.
You are, because you're trying to say what you needed to have this happen.
No, I'm talking about I think if there's a different book you want, so be it. Like that's fine. My point was about him being able to.
You needed to have.
What? I'm not. Okay. What are you talking about?
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm saying him be able to understand and be able to also play back, which I think you said is a good idea.
Yeah.
What? Now it's not?
No, it's great. It's a great idea. So anyways, it's good. It's good. I think it'll be good. I'm glad we moved past it. Obviously, there's some residuals because I think in any marriage, when you get in a significant conflict, there's residuals. The important part is to not let bitterness fester. And that's what I'm working on. Especially because I'm paramental. And it's not easy when you're paramental.
And camaraderie.
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 Can you tell me what the word
camaraderie.
is? Camaraderie. Can you tell me what the word is? I know you know it.
No, this is like The Office when Andy was trying to figure out the Kit Kat bar and Jim wouldn't tell him.
And I will say,
so he spent the whole entire day trying to figure out the
really
song.
hard. One of my coworkers, Gina Delgado, who is a longtime listener, first time fan,
First time fan?
She did. I don't know. She really was like when she came in one morning when I was and I was like, we're not speaking. Like, this is like a real fight. It is not fun to be in a fight with you because I think you and I are each other's best friends. Like, in different ways. I think couples express their relationships in all different ways. Like, we don't hang out with a lot of other people. Like we talk to, our days are shared with each other. Like, I don't like call a girlfriend to tell her about. So it did suck. I had this big long list of things I needed to talk to you about when we finally made up. We're only barely there. So we'll see
You're the one that keeps like prefacing everything. We're only there. There's residual need. Like,
I do love you.
You keep
I'm gonna
prefacing
miss
these
you
things
so much when you go to Florida.
I don't think you are.
You are my best friend. Please up your life insurance
at some point.
Okay, that's great, right?
Yeah.
We did good.
So we'll miss out recording this weekend for Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day!
Thank you.
About 99.9% of our listeners are women of a certain age. So I would say most of them are probably mothers. So happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Hopefully your children and your spouses spoil you.
I speak for all mothers when I say we can't wait to celebrate fake Father's Day.
I can't go there with you. Should I be upset about that when you call Father's Day a fake day? Every day is Father's Day.
It's so fake. It's not the same.
We're going to skip that one.
All right. TTYL.